Alright, I'm back to continue the MSQ. Pretty much the last thing I did was just run the dungeon and talk to a couple people after running that new dungeon. I think what I'm gonna do now is run through the quests until I unlock a trial. I assume, pretty sure that new trial is part of the MSQ. So I'm gonna want to do that so I can run the extreme mode. I'm going to make sure I wrap up the whole MSQ before I get into something else. I do want to do the Alliance raid as well, so I'm going to have to decide, do I do the Alliance raid quest or do I go straight for extreme? Maybe I'll have enough time to do both. Let's see. I don't really like when the stuff overlaps like this. I'm killing my own mob. I thought I was fighting someone else's until I saw the icon of them. SQ mobs. I thought I was gonna have to talk to somebody first, but nope, they just run in and kill these random mobs. I just don't like how it overlaps with other players doing the same thing. And it looks like it's going to be the same thing over here, right? Well, I guess I could stop and do this. This is separate. This is something else. That's part of my hunt. Oh, it's this guy. We have like a whole mount for him. Let me see, do I have the mount? I say we, I mean the game in general, but maybe I have it. No, mine is different. Yeah, I don't have that one. I can still get that one. I just have to run something. I don't know if it's Beast Tribes or something else.
to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened. Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue. Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberite to ever live. I can practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through, I don't foresee any major problems. Oh, nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring. By the 12.
The head in your way! Let them come.
What are you doing here? Trust you to state the obvious. May as well make yourself useful. The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Wait, already?
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach. Voidsent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
Alright, so I have to look up who Enuo is from the old games because I'm hearing this retro style Nintendo, Super Nintendo music. So I get that to throw back to the old games. Let me just take a quick look at what this guy looks like. What the deal is with him. Yep, looks exactly like what we're fighting right now. Alright, we're doing this. I think I should change my gear before I go in there. Glamour, I mean. I want to change my glamour. I always go into a cutscene and regret the glamour that I had. Like, I wish I would have changed my glamour before the cutscene started. Like this one right here. I didn't like that I had the goggles on. I'd rather be able to see the character's eyes. But this is for the fight. I don't know. Oh, see, the thing about the fight is that there might be a cutscene right after, and then I'm gonna want to see my character right after. So we're gonna go back to Dark Knight Chef. No hat. Culinarian of Light, I think, right? Unless I could put together a little glamour for the warrior. I'd rather play as warrior. But then I gotta get some boots for him, like right now, real quick. I'm interrupting the flow of my story just to fix my glamour. I think I might as well buy the boots. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy them anyways. And everything else is 780, right? Yeah, so I have the full 780 set. I hope I can see my eyes in the cutscenes. I don't want it to be like up here the whole time. What if I take the hat off? A lot of crafting going on. There's not new crafting gear for raiding. They're crafting something. Yeah, okay, this is pretty cool. Oh no, it clips through. These ones are kind of better. I can't use them. I like the way they look. I hate how it clips. Alright, the unmaking, here we go.
knows me shall quake before the silken dark. The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still. Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future. Only one certainty remains. You have no place here.
I wasn't sure what's going on there. I guess just had to kill the ads and make sure you don't point them at somebody else. I was only focused on the pointing part.
I breathe the darkness. Let the light guide you.
This is a huge map. What the hell is happening? Wait, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, I'm screwed. Oh no, they're making it. Alright. Oh, this is pretty badass. It's like a dungeon.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
This is like a legit story experience.
Light, protect us!
I will not yield my domain!
Such is the power of the void.
Oh shit, I looked away for a second. Sorry.
The void shall never cease to be. Power is absolute. The void's power is mine to wield. Thus did all boundaries cease to move. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall. The yawning wolf not tempt you. Be still.
I think I gotta turn off some of the special effects. Way too much stuff happening. I turned it on for PvP. It was nice in PvP.
Doth the yawning wolf not tempt you? Be still.
Oh, we're overlapping.
And thus did all boundaries cease to be.
They must be sealed away.
Yeah, see, obviously I knew I should glamour up for another cutscene.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more. So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Razat Han and Garlemald? Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state. And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Alright, let's give Zero her snack. lunch, whatever it is. She said we're traveling by Nisrock. He said it's a teleporter. What is happening? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Alright, I get it. We teleported and then we took the thing. Flying thing. Residual ether from Barbaricia's domain. Now let's see if he got anything to say. Wait, does this thing speak? I appear to have made a complete recovery after the ignominy of starving to death. Why is there a pathway here, but there's not really? I have to go from up there. That was a little confusing.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Oh, there's no returning. Alright, let's look around for a minute. I could even go back to the Red Moon if I wanted. Maybe. Alright. Nothing here. We're done. Don't tell me this is the end of the MSQ. This was a short story patch. There's got to be more. I do like how they start you off right away with the dungeon.
Would you deliver a message to Euless for me?
And the trial.
Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears he's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that...
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon? And who might you be? Not a Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmarut of the Asians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
I wish only to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was, hundreds of millions of years past, to a quiet and peaceful time, long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true? What you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
Damn, that's a lot of floor chop, alright. Setting this up for the next expansion. But I feel like that was spoiled at FanFest. They told us we're doing a rejoining. So, I don't know, man. Maybe they shouldn't have told us that already. I don't think it's going to end like this, though, is it? I hope there's more. Because, like, the biggest thing here was already spoiled. Like, it's great. That was a nice little scene and everything. But the fact that it was already spoiled beforehand kind of brings it down a little bit for me. Wait, what did he say? Other shards? Calyx ilk or worst exist on other shards. Oh, the Winterers. Could actually do the new thing. I don't have it unlocked. New extreme trial. I could do that. I just have to go talk to an NPC somewhere to unlock it. Tuliolol. It seems pretty crazy. They're just gonna do a rejoining, what we've been trying to stop this whole time. And I thought they said that we're gonna be the ones doing it, not stopping it. The Rising Stones. We're all going to the Rising Stones again. Nice. Ray returned the Rising Stones. Alright, I'm gonna go AFK for a minute, take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our Order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Apologies for our delay. We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details? The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Sense incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I think she knew because it's like connected to her, you know? So she knew what she was capable of and capable of preventing.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Huron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
There's got to be a lot more to it because this is the whole MSQ. They spoiled it. They spoiled it too early at FanFest. Help repel the Voidsent incursion in Lapis Manalis. A fiend-controlled Galate. I thought the signs disbanded. What are we doing here? Other Boulder. I don't remember Other Boulder.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, You are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations. I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Are you kidding me? This is it. This is how it ends. I mean, it's good storytelling, I guess, but it seems short. MSQ seems short compared to other patches. But it was good. It was definitely way better than, I think 7.2 was the one I was talking about a while ago. I was telling people in 7.2, I always tell people in 7.2, the raid stories were better than the MSQ. Arcadian was better than MSQ. Not the fights, but just the story alone. And the fights, of course. Anyways, geez, I guess that's it. So now I can either do the Alliance raid or start trying to do the Extreme Trial. I'm gonna have to go to Tuliolol for sure to unlock the Extreme Trial. At least so I can keep an eye on Party Finder and see how many people are running it. But I'm gonna stop here before I get into that. And then whenever I'm ready to do that, I'll just start the stream again. That's a pretty cool thing. It's a guitar. Look, was it a warrior axe? He had a guitar on his back. Do bards? I mean, I know bards have guitars, but I've never seen them wear it on the back. Oh man, I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can figure that out later. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here for a minute, for a while. Peace out. See you later.